All right, we'll start in the front where we effectively have 15 growing beds. This is the first front bed. This is where we have hellebore. We've got some cyclamen blooming, My Lady of Shalott Rose, hydrangeas. We even have hellebores coming up. This is my frosted rose hellebore. This one is pink frost. A little bud there. I have here we have an assorted frosted. I don't think it might be the same. Frosted pink. Okay. Lady of Shalott, she's growing tall this year. This is her second year. Have some standard macrophylla hydrangeas that got huge this year. We'll be cutting those down in the spring, trying to manage the size. And then here we have my golden lotus. She's not blooming yet. And that is our front window bed. Here we have the meadow. The meadow is our wildflower bed, but it's also a functional driveway to our backyard. Here I planted hundreds of daffodils, so those are starting to come up. Okay, over here we have our apple tree beds. This is a Honeycrisp apple. Underneath we have a selection of heuchera, some yellow-eyed grass, I believe. This bed I also have hundreds of tulips planted, so those will come up in the spring. Currently we have 6 blueberry bushes. We'll be taking 3 of those out. They're not very productive and tasty blueberries, so we'll put something else there. That is our Granny Smith apple. That one's a lot more. So this is our looking at the drive, and then the front, which is on the street. We have a selection of grasses. My husband's hops grow here. And that's our Bartlett pear tree. More grasses. And our cherry tree. This bed also has lots of tulips that will come up in the fall. And then this is our 4 front beds that we added a couple years ago. This one's flanked with lavender. There's penstemon. That's still going strong. I do have a bunch of hyacinth planted in here that will come up. Oh, there's a couple started. We've got some verbena mixtures. The snapdragons are always still going. So Kevin put in this patio a few years ago. I think this is the 3rd season now. And this is our peony bed, so not much to see here. There's also a crepe myrtle in the back. Over here on this quadrant is where we had tomatoes, onions. There's some thyme ground cover, marigolds. This is what we refer to as the Italian garden because we grow things for the pizza in the summer. And then this is just sort of another random front bed. It gets part shade due to our neighbor's big trees over there. So it's kind of hard to know what to grow in this bed. Part sunny, part shade. Then we move on the other side of the driveway. We've got calendula. This is where we have our dahlias. And I'm ordered 5 more dahlias, so those will be planted throughout the garden this year. My feverfew, I moved here. It's doing really well. This is where I had Prairie Sun Rudbeckia that I grew from seed, and sunflowers lined up here, so I'll do that again. And then this is our newish plum tree that we got last year. This is just where I started last year for growing cut flowers like cosmos and zinnias. Now we'll walk to the back. This is the side of our house going to the back. This is our rhododendron bed, but I consider it the blue garden because I mostly put blue flowers in here. And then a lot of variegated plants, so there's a hydrangea that I try to turn blue. I've got 2 surviving Meconopsis that have yet to bloom. This is their 5th season, so I don't know, it might be their last. So I'm trying to incorporate more hostas. There's Brunnera, Heuchera, more shade-loving plants since this is mostly shade throughout the day. This is an area where we're planning to put a path. It's on the side of our pond, which is pretty full right now, so that'll need to be cleaned out a bit. And this bed is where I have all of my white flowers. So hydrangea, alyssum, feverfew. We have some foxglove that reseeded here. I'm hoping some of them are white so I can save the seed. We have a white rose. Oh, there's our chickens back there. Hello, chickens. We've got our oak leaf hydrangea. And then I have this ground cover. It's the white star creeper, I believe it's called. It's done great. And I also have hundreds of bulbs back here, so right now some probably snowdrops are coming up soon. Those are usually the first thing. Snowflakes, I have hyacinth, tulips, daffodils, muscari, all kinds of things. We'll see what comes back this year. There's the oak leaf hydrangea. It's kind of wild right now. This is flanked by 2 lemon cypress that I got probably 4 years now, and they were teeny tiny little things, and now I'd say they're about 7-8 feet tall. So those are doing excellent. Over here is where Kevin has his nursery. He loves to propagate. So that's what all of this is, his propagations growing and maturing. Okay, I'm gonna start in the middle here. So this is our back garden. There's 4 beds in this area along the paths. This is what I refer to as the cottage garden. Kind of revamping this. Right now there's hydrangea, coneflower. I have, let's see. This is where my bird bath lives. My stock is still blooming. Some Veronica back there. This is where I'll add a couple of the new dahlias that I'm getting. Over here is the rose bed. I have probably 6 roses, hydrangeas, and in the back will be lupin, foxglove, delphinium. So that'll really be bright and colorful in the spring. On this side, this is what we call the jewel garden. Thanks, Monty, for the suggestion. Lots of salvia this year, the alstrolomeria. Here I had a bunch of celosia that did excellent. Dahlias, cannas, all kinds of colorful things, jewel toned. All right, let's go back around. This side's the Mediterranean garden. You can see the pizza oven that my husband built about 4 years ago when we took out all the grass in the backyard, started all these beds, and began our garden renovation. We have geums, my agastache, I love it. Coneflowers. We have this thing that just keeps getting taller and taller. I'm not sure if it's a Dracaena or something that was given to us. We have black-eyed Susans here and goldenrod. I have eryngium that I started from seed that's reseeded several places, so I love that. All right, now, lastly, we have this is where we have all our mums. They're kind of hanging out here, waiting to be trimmed up. Kevin's new addition to the trees, a Japanese maple, a curly willow. We'll go down the path here. This is what I'm trying to develop, or we're trying to develop, as the Asian garden. We have lots of carex here, heuchera. We got a fern under this big tree. We're surrounded by these giant red cedars. And then there's some on this side. Can't really tell from this angle. So it's very shady. So I've incorporated ferns. This is a laurel that was here originally. More carex, hydrangea. I've added some new colorful heucheras. Fuchsias. Let me walk around this new path we put in this year. Bamboo. So that is the Asian garden. I'm gonna walk around here to our patio so you could get a better view of the area. Oh, well, I guess we have 16 beds because I forgot this one. This one has butterfly bush, fuchsia, heuchera, some hellebores. Oh, there's a hellebore. And a view of the pizza oven. This is very active all summer long. Not so much in the rain. So this bed next to it is what we call the Mediterranean garden because it's more dry, arid plants. All right, I'll walk you over here around table and chairs. So this is the arch, and we have jasmine growing up the side because Kevin's been super successful at propagating jasmine. So we're adding a lot more of that to our garden. This is the mother jasmine that he gets all the cuttings from. So this is just a view from the back when we come down the steps, and we have this arch, the brick pathway, which goes straight back to the chicken coop area. And then those are the pathways to these two beds. And the shed back there. Anyway, that's it for my January garden tour. Fortunately, I was able to stay warm and dry.